You are currently sitting in a small closet where you had stashed all of your computer equipment, your gamer headset on and ready to play with Class 1A. You went to UA too, but were in the General Studies class. Your quirk is called Hacker, meaning you can hack into almost any system without being detected. You knew that you would probably get in trouble for skipping class, but if you got to mess with the USJ trip, it was worth it. All systems go, you murmured, your fingers flying across the keyboard. As you went through the security codes, you noticed there was some interference with the communication and lack of operational defense systems. The trace was barely noticeable, but it stood out to an experienced hacker like yourself. You reached into your pocket and pulled out a pack of bubblegum, unwrapping 3 sticks and popping them into your mouth. You pulled up his security footage and your eyes widened as you watched Class 1A getting attacked by villains. Since all you had was visual, you couldn't hear anything yet. Your eyes flickered from camera feed to camera feed, hoping to find a comm device to hack. You spotted a boy who had yellow hair with a black streak in the shape of a lightning bolt, who had a radio headset and the camera that displayed the mountain zone. He had 2 dark-haired girls fighting with him. You smirked as you found the right frequency and accessed it, tuning your headset to it. You can now hear as well as see what's happening around the boy. "Yo," you said into your mic, making your presence known to the boy. You heard him gasp when he heard your voice. "Is the comm system working again?" he asked. Watching through the camera, you saw him rest his hand on the radio. "Not really, I just hacked your headset," you shrugged, even though he can't see you. "Also, there's a villain behind you." His eyes widened as he spun around, coming face to face with the villain. You zoomed in on the boy. Can you help me?" he asked, his voice panicked. You could tell he was freaking out a bit, so you decided to direct him from where you are. The villain aimed to punch at the boy. "What's your quirk?" you asked, keeping your voice calm for his sake, watching as he dodged the punch. "Electrification," he explained as he kept out of the villain's way. "Stun gun!" he almost shouted. You saw the confusion written on his face through the monitor screen. "Hit him with electricity," he restated. He shook his head. "No good. I don't have much control over where my electricity goes. I would endanger my classmates," he hurriedly explained. You thought for a moment. "How do you control it best, then?" you asked. "I can coat myself with electricity, but only for a limited amount." You hummed to yourself. "Can you coat yourself with electricity and then hug the villain?" you asked. "Got it!" He did as you told him to do. You continued in that way for the rest of the attack, you giving the orders and him following. Well, at least until he short-circuited. It's now a few days after you last talked to the blonde boy and you wanted to chat with him again. So you're back in the closet, hacking all of the phones in the school to look for him. You eventually found the signal you were looking for and hacked into his AirPods and phone. You accessed the hallway cameras so you could see his reaction, then switched his music off. You watched from the closet as he paused, took out his phone, and started walking again. He was walking towards the classroom when you decided to speak to him. "Miss me?" you asked coyly. It took all of your self-control not to burst out laughing when you almost tripped from surprise. He quickly straightened up and looked around, looking for where you might be hiding. "Are you the one who helped me during the USJ attack?" he asked, unsure. "Who else would it be, dummy?" You laughed as his face lit up. The people around him gave him weird looks, since it seemed like he was talking to air. "I've been wondering if I would hear from you again," he cheered. "Who are you, anyway?" "I'm just another student at UA, you replied, giving away as little information as you could. "I meant what's your name?" he asked again. "I'm Kaminari Denki." "Well then, Kaminari, I'm Cien." "That's not your real name, is it?" he sighed exasperatedly, puffing out his cheeks slightly with frustration. "Can I meet you, please?" "Aw, you're so cute when you're mad. You cooed." Then the door to your closet opened, revealing your best friend Shinso. You stared at each other in silence. "You there?" Kaminari questioned nervously. You blinked and turned back to the screen. "My location has been compromised," he muttered, watching Kaminari's confused face. "Class is starting and I'm not covering for you this time," Shinso stated as he walked away. "Gotta go. See you later," you quickly mumbled, leaving Kaminari confused as you shut off your computer and unplugged your headset. Once the computer shut off completely, you jumped up and ran after Shinso. Classes are getting out now, and you ran towards the 1A room. You were planning to ambush Kaminari when you saw him, since he seemed to really want to meet you. You spotted him walking with the redhead boy and a boy with weird elbows. You smirked as you ran up behind him, covering his eyes with your hands. What? He gasped, his redhead friend looking confused while the other one laughed. Guess who? You sang into his ear. He stopped squirming. Wait, you could practically see the wheels turning in his head. Cian? Bingo! But my name's Listener, not Cian. Listener, what a cute name. He smiled brightly, making me smile too. Do you want to go to the arcade with me? He was completely abandoning his friends at this point. Sure. You and Cammy ended up playing video games at the arcade, and then hanging out at the park. A pretty good end to the day, if you say so yourself.